Revving through the world of motorcycle clubs, one name echoes louder than the rest: the Hells Angels. Their fierce image and thunderous bikes create a magnetism that sparks curiosity and fear in equal measure. Today, we're diving deep into the question that's got everyone wondering: just how dangerous are the Hells Angels, really? Forget the clichés. This isn't your run-of-the-mill tale of leather jackets and barroom brawls. We're peeling back the layers and taking a journey to unravel the mystery, exploring the lesser-known side of this infamous motorcycle brotherhood. Grab your curiosity, hop on, and let's cruise through the complex legacy they've left behind. Numerous U.S. law enforcement agencies categorize the Hells Angels as part of the Big Four motorcycle gangs, alongside the pagans, the outlaws, and the bandidos. They assert that Hells Angels members engage in widespread violent and organized criminal activities, including drug dealing, trafficking stolen goods, extortion, and involvement in prostitution operations. The Australian authorities take a similar stance, recognizing them among the Big Six motorcycle clubs that also include the Bandidos, Comancheros, Finks, Mongols, and Rebels. Despite these law enforcement claims, members of the Hells Angels maintain that they are simply a community of motorcycle enthusiasts gathering for group rides, social events, fundraisers, parties, and rallies. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, HAMC, boasts a global presence with over 100 chapters spanning 29 countries. The inception of the first Hells Angels charter outside the United States was marked in Auckland, New Zealand in 1961, subsequently extending its influence to Wanganui. The club solidified its foothold in Europe in 1969 with the formation of 2 London charters. Notably, in 1968, members from the Hells Angels San Francisco chapter were invited by George Harrison of the Beatles to stay at Apple Records in London. Although only 2 members made the journey, their presence left a lasting impact, and 2 London residents eventually joined the Hells Angels after undergoing the prospecting process. By July 30, 1969, the South London and East London charters emerged, later amalgamating in 1973 to form the unified London Charter. The London Angels were instrumental in securing events like Fun City in 1970, earning recognition from figures such as Mick Farren. The Hells Angels expanded to Canada in 1977 by absorbing the Popeye Motor Club to establish the Hells Angels Montreal chapter. Over the subsequent decades, the club witnessed significant expansion across Canada, leading to the infamous Quebec Biker War from 1994 to 2002. The conflict erupted as the Hells Angels sought dominance in street-level drug sales, sparking a violent turf war with rival groups like the Rock Machine. The warfare resulted in numerous casualties, bombings, and incarcerations, leaving a lasting impact on Quebec's criminal landscape. Members of the Spanish charter faced legal repercussions in May 2019 for their involvement in a homicide. A Utrecht court delivered a landmark verdict, marking the Netherlands as the first country to impose a comprehensive ban on the Hells Angels. The presiding judge characterized the ban as a response to the club being deemed a threat to public order and the rule of law. While other nations such as Germany had previously banned local chapters, this decision represented the first instance of a complete prohibition on the entire club. This ban was later affirmed on July 15, 2022, by the Supreme Court of the Netherlands, solidifying its permanence. The Hells Angels entered the lively discourse of the Joe Rogan Experience, where esteemed UK comedian Jimmy Carr shared a delightful anecdote in a January episode. This influential US podcast, reaching millions of avid listeners, serves as a dynamic platform for engaging discussions spanning diverse topics. In this particular episode, Carr artfully spun a tale centered around his New Zealand tour, exploring the nuances of brotherhood, laughter, and the complexities of civilization. During an October podcast segment, Joe Rogan reminisced about an outdoor concert in Austin, Texas. Seizing the comedic reins, Carr quipped, "Security wasn't done by the Hells Angels again, was it?" This seemingly innocuous remark subtly referenced the historic Altamont Free concert in 1969, where the Rolling Stones had employed the Hells Angels for security, leading to tumultuous outcomes. The comedic nod added cultural depth to the conversation, intertwining entertainment and history. In the podcast, Rogan delved into Hunter S. Thompson's book on the Hells Angels, highlighting that many early gang members were Vietnam War veterans grappling with post-traumatic stress, struggling to assimilate back into society. This historical context provided a layer of complexity to the Hells Angels narrative, revealing how the club became a sanctuary for those seeking brotherhood and a sense of belonging amidst the chaos of their lives. Jimmy Carr, who had not read the book, humorously chimed in, suggesting that the Hells Angels' motto might be, "Two can keep a secret if one is dead." Carr's jest added a light-hearted touch to a serious topic, capturing the essence of the conversation about the notorious motorcycle club. Revisiting his performance in Hamilton, Jimmy Carr expressed his admiration for New Zealand and Australia, describing them as phenomenal and emphasizing the warmth of the audiences and the wonderful people. Reflecting on his gig in Hamilton, Carr shared an amusing encounter with an audience member in the front row who claimed to be an accountant for the Hells Angels. Carr humorously remarked, "The guy kind of looked a bit scrawny." When Carr inquired about the individual's role in the Hells Angels, the unexpected response was, "Accounts." This revelation struck Carr as particularly humorous, considering the Hells Angels' rough image. The notion that amidst the rugged visage of a biker gang, there exists someone diligently handling the administrative tasks, injected humor into the scenario. Carr playfully pondered, "Am I getting the crystal meth? Am I running the hookers? Am I protection?" He jokingly speculated that the unexpected response might be, "No, we need someone to do double-entry bookkeeping." This whimsical exchange added a humorous layer to Carr's experience in Hamilton, showcasing the unpredictability and diversity of the audience he encountered during his show. The British comedian, in a seemingly reflective moment, drew a parallel between gang members and comedians, remarking that both are outcasts in society who come together to find brotherhood. Carr's observation hinted at the deeper social dynamics that underlie both communities, emphasizing the human need for connection and a place to belong. Now let's dive into figuring out if the Hells Angels are as dangerous as people say. When we look back at their history, we find stories about them engaging in organized crime and facing conflicts with other groups and law enforcement. These incidents contribute to their tense and intimidating image. However, beyond the tough exterior, the Hells Angels also participate in positive activities within the community. They are involved in charity work and other benevolent endeavors. This dual reality asks us to think critically about both the not-so-great and really good sides of this enigmatic motorcycle club. Like viewing a complex painting, there is much more beneath the surface, and understanding the layers of the Hells Angels necessitates a closer examination. The Hells Angels' controversial image is amplified by high-profile confrontations and accusations. For instance, the infamous Altamont Free concert in 1969 spiraled into chaos when a Hells Angels member fatally stabbed an 18-year-old man. A jury later acquitted the gang member, citing self-defense. This incident cemented the Hells Angels' notoriety in popular culture. Despite these controversial episodes, the Hells Angels have also made positive contributions to their communities. They have organized charity rides, fundraising events, and community support activities, embodying a complex duality that challenges the one-dimensional portrayal of the club as merely a criminal organization. To further understand the Hells Angels' influence and dangers, we must revisit the Quebec biker war that raged from 1994 to 2002. This bloody conflict saw the Hells Angels clash with the Rock Machine over control of the lucrative drug trade. The war resulted in a staggering number of casualties, bombings, and incarcerations, profoundly shaping Quebec's criminal underworld. The Hells Angels' ambition to dominate street-level drug sales led to ruthless strategies and violent encounters. The conflict became a significant focus for law enforcement, highlighting the severe criminal undertakings associated with the club. However, even amid such turmoil, the Hells Angels maintained a complex social structure and camaraderie that held their brotherhood together. Legal battles have also defined the Hells Angels' story. One of the most notable instances was in May 2019, when a Utrecht court banned the entire Hells Angels organization in the Netherlands, citing them as a threat to public order and the rule of law. The ban was a historic decision as it marked the first comprehensive prohibition on the entire club, later affirmed by the Supreme Court of the Netherlands in July 2022. While other countries like Germany had previously banned local chapters, the total ban in the Netherlands signaled a significant move against the Hells Angels' influence. Such legal actions underscore the persistent view among authorities that the club poses a substantial risk to public safety and order. Yet, the resilience of the Hells Angels community is evident in how they continue to operate under the radar, adapting to new challenges while maintaining their code of brotherhood and loyalty. The Hells Angels' notoriety has also been shaped by their portrayal in popular culture. From Hunter S. Thompson's book, Hells Angels, the strange and terrible saga of the outlaw motorcycle gangs to appearances in films and TV shows, they have been depicted as both anti-heroes and villains. This portrayal adds a layer of myth and mystery to their image, appealing to the public's fascination with rebellion and outlaw culture. In the podcast episode, where Joe Rogan delves into Thompson's book, it was highlighted that many early gang members were Vietnam War veterans. These men had returned to a society that struggled to understand and accept them. The Hells Angels provided a space where they could find brotherhood and purpose, albeit through a lifestyle that often clashed with the law. Despite their criminal activities, the Hells Angels have also made significant efforts to give back to the community. Their involvement in charity work and fundraising events reflects a side of the club that is often overshadowed by their outlaw reputation. Whether organizing toy drives for children during the holidays or raising money for local causes, these actions demonstrate a commitment to community engagement and support. Such positive activities offer a more nuanced view of the Hells Angels, challenging the narrative that they are solely a criminal organization. These efforts serve as a reminder that even groups with a rough exterior can have a meaningful and positive impact on their communities. The Hells Angels embody the duality of human nature, capable of both great good and profound harm. Their story is one of brotherhood forged in the crucible of shared experience and mutual respect, set against a backdrop of conflict and crime. As we continue to probe into their world, it becomes evident that simplistic labels fail to capture the full essence of the Hells Angels. The Hells Angels are more than just a motorcycle club. They are a symbol of rebellion, freedom, and the human quest for belonging. Their saga raises important questions about how society views outcasts and how these individuals find their place in the world. it also compels us to reconsider our understanding of loyalty, community, and justice. The question lingers, what do you think? Are the Hells Angels the dangerous outlaws many believe them to be, or is there a deeper story behind their reputation? Your thoughts matter. Drop your comments below and let's keep the conversation rolling. If you enjoyed this journey of exploration, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more captivating content, and ring the notification bell to stay updated. Until next time, ride safe and keep questioning. The road ahead is full of stories yet to be told, and the Hells Angels tale is one that continues to captivate and confound.